Have you ever considered a pill capable of enhancing 3 vital areas of your life simultaneously? Something that could alleviate the discomfort of weak urinary flow, restore confidence in intimacy, and, as a bonus, fortify your cardiovascular health. This is not an exaggerated advertisement nor a promise of a magical solution. It's medical reality. Today, we delve into, in a clear and straightforward manner, a substance that is increasingly occupying a prominent position in urology practices and is transforming the quality of life for many men aged 55, 60, 65, and beyond. Whether you're someone who already experiences symptoms like a weak urinary stream, frequent nighttime awakenings to urinate, or erectile difficulties, or simply someone who is curious and vigilant about their well-being, this content is tailored specifically for you. The first thing we need to understand is that many men, upon crossing the threshold of 60 years, begin to perceive subtle and other, not so subtle changes in their corporeal function. One of the most common complaints we encounter in our practices concerns the prostate. This small organ, weighing approximately 20 to 30 grams in a healthy man, commences to enlarge with the passage of time. And this growth, which is benign in most instances, can ultimately constrict the urethra, the conduit through which urine flows, leading to rather uncomfortable symptoms. The difficulty initiating the urinary stream, the persistent feeling that the bladder never fully empties, the incessant urge to urinate throughout the day and particularly at night. All of these factors gradually erode the quality of life. On the other hand, with a prevalence nearly as common as urinary problems, erectile dysfunction emerges as another specter that many men would rather conceal. However, the truth is that it is more prevalent than commonly perceived. Recent studies indicate that approximately 52% of men between the ages of 40 and 70 already exhibit some degree of erectile difficulty, and this figure is projected to rise with the passage of time. This does not imply that desire wanes or that sexual life must cease. Quite the contrary. What alters is the physiology, namely, the functioning of the blood vessels and muscles involved in erection, and this demands consideration. The most intriguing aspect is the existence of a single medication that demonstrably benefits both sides of the coin. Initially developed to address erectile dysfunction, physicians quickly recognized its potential as a potent ally in managing benign prostatic hyperplasia, the well-known benign enlargement of the prostate. But the benefits don't stop there. As research progresses, specialists have also noted a range of additional advantages concerning cardiovascular health and blood circulation. Before unveiling the name of this substance, it is crucial to understand how it operates within the body and why its effects are so pervasive. When we discuss erection, we are referring to blood flow. The penis is a structure rich in blood vessels and directly reliant on adequate circulation for the erectile mechanism to function correctly. This process is facilitated by a substance called nitric oxide, which induces vasodilation and the relaxation of smooth muscle within the cavernous bodies of the penis. Consequently, blood enters with greater ease and is retained in the area, enabling a firm and sustained erection. However, this same type of smooth muscle is also present in other areas of the body, such as the bladder wall and the internal structure of the prostate. This signifies that a medication which acts by relaxing this muscle can simultaneously facilitate the flow of urine and enhance erectile response. This is precisely what this drug achieves. It inhibits a specific enzyme known as phosphodiesterase type 5 or PED5, thereby allowing nitric oxide to exert its effects more potently and durably. The outcome: greater urinary comfort, fewer nocturnal interruptions, and enhanced sexual security. Furthermore, recent studies indicate that this type of medication may also possess protective effects for the cardiovascular system. This is because, by enhancing endothelial function, namely, the functioning of the lining that covers blood vessels, it contributes to lowering blood pressure, improving circulation throughout the body, and even diminishing the risk of severe events such as myocardial infarctions and strokes. In essence, what began as a pill for erectile dysfunction is now perceived by many specialists as a multifaceted tool for the health of mature men. And here's a piece of information that many people are unaware of. The effective dosage to reap all these benefits simultaneously isn't the same one used sporadically, only during intimate moments. We're talking about continuous, daily use, which keeps the medication at consistent levels in the body and, consequently, promotes a global and lasting improvement. But don't worry, because later in this guide we'll delve into the details of how to take it, the precautions to be observed, and the side effects that should be monitored. If you've reached this point, you're likely intrigued to discover what this remarkable medication is, a treatment capable of addressing an enlarged prostate, enhancing erectile function, and as a bonus, bolstering cardiovascular health. Its name is TADALAFIL. While you might have encountered it primarily in discussions about erectile dysfunction, what many overlook is that, at specific doses and with daily administration, it represents a veritable paradigm shift in prostate care and the overall well-being of mature men. TADALAFIL belongs to a class of drugs known as phosphodiesterase type 5 inhibitors, or PDE5 inhibitors for short. This action potentiates and prolongs the effect of nitric oxide, a crucial substance for the dilation of blood vessels. Consequently, the blood vessels in the penis relax, facilitating increased blood flow and resulting in a firmer and more sustained erection. However, as we discussed in the preceding section, this effect extends far beyond the genital region. In the prostate and bladder, TADALAFIL works by relaxing the smooth muscles of these organs, alleviating symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH), a common condition in men over 55 that causes difficulty urinating, weak stream, and the constant sensation of incomplete bladder emptying. This medication offers a significant advantage over traditional options such as alpha blockers, for example, tamsulosin and doxazosin, because it does not induce certain undesirable side effects such as retrograde ejaculation, where semen, instead of exiting through the penis, flows back into the bladder, resulting in a sensation of dry orgasm. This often leads many men to abandon conventional treatments, leaving their urinary symptoms uncontrolled. Moreover, TADALAFIL boasts a highly favorable safety profile, particularly when administered at the correct dosage, which typically amounts to 5 milligrams daily for the continuous treatment of both benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH) and concomitant erectile dysfunction. Higher doses, such as 10 or 20 milligrams, are reserved for on-demand use when the patient anticipates sexual intercourse at a specific time. However, in this scenario, there is no ameliorative effect on urinary symptoms, which only improve with consistent, daily administration. It is crucial to note that TADALAFIL is available under various brand names, including Cholly's and Ziad, as well as in generic forms that contain the same active ingredient. The variations often lie in the dosage and administration method, which are always determined by a physician who will assess the patient's overall health, symptoms, and any associated clinical conditions. When discussing overall health, TADALAFIL offers a benefit that extends far beyond sexual and urinary function: its ability to positively impact the cardiovascular system. As a potent vasodilator, it enhances blood circulation throughout the body, contributing to blood pressure control and safeguarding blood vessel walls against premature hardening, thereby reducing the risks of myocardial infarction and stroke. This protective effect is particularly significant for men who, alongside prostate and sexual symptoms, grapple with the challenges of hypertension or other cardiovascular issues. However, like all medications, TADALAFIL must be used responsibly. It is not recommended for men with certain severe cardiac conditions or those using nitrates to use this substance without rigorous medical supervision, as it can lead to an excessive drop in blood pressure. Therefore, a consultation with a urologist or cardiologist is essential before starting treatment. And now, speaking directly to you watching us, I want to extend a special invitation. If this conversation has already provided you with valuable insights and you're looking for reliable content on men's health, delivered without sugarcoating and grounded in scientific evidence, please consider subscribing to our channel. Turn on the notification bell to receive weekly updates because we'll be bringing you even more about quality of life, prevention, and well-being, empowering you to live better at every stage of life. Moreover, please share your concerns or experiences with urinary symptoms or erectile dysfunction in the comments. What is most troubling you? Have you used any medication to address these issues? We aim to build a robust community where we can learn from and support each other. Your contribution is vital for this channel to flourish and become a space of shared knowledge and empathy. We've reached a crucial juncture for you to fully harness the benefits of TADALAFIL, comprehending how to administer this medication effectively, heeding your body's signals, and maximizing its potential. Oftentimes, treatment success hinges not solely on the medication itself, but on its seamless integration into your daily routine, coupled with diligent medical supervision. Consequently, let's delve into the recommended dosages, optimal administration times, potential side effects, and essential precautions, particularly if you're concurrently using other medications or have underlying health conditions. For the combined treatment of benign prostatic hyperplasia and erectile dysfunction, the daily, continuous use of TADALAFIL at a dose of 5 milligrams is most advisable. This dose is sufficient to maintain consistent levels of the substance in the body, promoting relaxation of the smooth muscles of the prostate and bladder and also improving blood flow to the penis, which contributes to firmer, more spontaneous erections, eliminating the need to take the tablet shortly before sexual intercourse. In essence, this translates to an overall improvement in well-being, a higher quality of life, with reduced anxieties and greater peace of mind for daily living. The optimal time to take TADALAFIL is in the morning, preferably on an empty stomach or with a light, easy-to-digest meal. This is because contact with fatty or heavy foods may delay the absorption of the medication, thereby reducing its efficacy. Drinking plenty of water with the tablet also helps to minimize potential side effects, such as headaches, muscle aches, and minor skin reactions, which occur in a small percentage of users, approximately 10% to 15%. These reactions are, for the most part, mild and transient, subsiding with continued use. It is imperative to reiterate that the daily use of TADALAFIL should always be undertaken under the guidance and supervision of a healthcare professional. This is because each patient presents a unique clinical profile, potentially exhibiting conditions such as hypertension, diabetes, cardiac issues, or utilizing other medications requiring special consideration. Notably, patients who are prescribed nitrates drugs frequently administered for angina and other cardiovascular ailments should abstain from using TADALAFIL, as their combination may precipitate a pronounced drop in blood pressure, jeopardizing their well-being. It's important to note that TADALAFIL is not a medication that provides immediate results in alleviating urinary symptoms. Rather, to experience the beneficial effects on urine flow and bladder emptying sensation, it must be used continuously for at least a few weeks, typically between 4 to 6 weeks. As for erectile function, many patients notice improvement even after the first few doses, but the response can fluctuate depending on individual characteristics and the presence of other factors, such as emotional state, diet, exercise habits, and management of chronic conditions. When discussing lifestyle, it's crucial to remember that no medication acts in isolation on one's health. TADALAFIL is a powerful asset, but to ensure optimal bodily function and maintain both sexual and urinary well-being, adherence to healthy habits is indispensable. A balanced diet, regular physical activity, weight management, reduced alcohol and tobacco consumption, and management of chronic diseases are fundamental pillars that amplify the treatment's efficacy and foster overall well-being. If you experience any unexpected reactions, such as intense dizziness, chest pain, blurred vision, or sudden hearing loss, seek immediate medical attention. While these reactions are rare, they require urgent treatment if they occur. Therefore, never commence the use of TADALAFIL without a comprehensive medical evaluation, and maintain open and continuous communication with your physician throughout the treatment course. Men's experiences with regular TADALAFIL use are overwhelmingly positive, reporting significant improvements in sleep quality, reduced nocturnal urination frequency, and a resurgence of sexual desire and confidence. The ability to regain control over one's body, free from the discomforts that so often disrupt daily life, is cited as a primary benefit by those who prioritize this form of self-care. Given the numerous purported benefits associated with TADALAFIL, it is understandable that questions, doubts, and even skepticism arise. After all, a single medication that addresses three crucial facets of male health: prostate function, sexual performance, and circulation may seem too good to be true. Therefore, we will delve into the findings of scientific research, presenting compelling evidence that corroborates the efficacy and safety of this substance, empowering you to make a well-informed and conscious decision. Clinical studies conducted over the past several decades demonstrate that daily administration of TADALAFIL at a dosage of 5 mg significantly alleviates symptoms associated with benign prostatic hyperplasia. Men who previously experienced a weak urinary stream, frequent interruptions in flow, and the disconcerting sensation of incomplete bladder emptying now report heightened comfort and a reduced urgency to urinate. Moreover, sleep quality has demonstrably improved, as the need to awaken multiple times throughout the night has considerably diminished, facilitating a more profound and restorative slumber. Furthermore, TADALAFIL retains its reputation as one of the most effective treatments for erectile dysfunction, even in patients with risk factors such as diabetes and hypertension, which are prevalent in individuals over 60. Notably, by concurrently addressing both conditions, the medication effectively tackles not only isolated symptoms, but also the man as a whole, fostering a sense of overall physical and emotional well-being. In the cardiovascular field, TADALAFIL also shows promising results. Studies indicate that its use may reduce arterial stiffness and improve endothelial function, which is crucial for preventing diseases such as myocardial infarction and stroke. This is because the substance acts as a potent vasodilator, promoting healthy blood circulation and protecting blood vessels against chronic lesions and inflammation. This action makes TADALAFIL a vital ally in preventing cardiovascular complications, which are a leading cause of mortality in the elderly male population. Despite the positive outcomes, it is crucial to dispel some common myths surrounding the use of TADALAFIL. One prevalent misconception is that it is merely a sexual potency enhancer. While this is one of its most recognized uses, its scope of action is significantly broader, encompassing the treatment of an enlarged prostate and cardiovascular benefits, provided it is used appropriately. Another frequent myth is that continuous use can lead to dependence. This is unfounded. TADALAFIL does not induce habituation or addiction, and its discontinuation, when advised by a physician, does not result in withdrawal symptoms. There is also the fear of serious side effects. It is crucial to remember that, like any medication, TADALAFIL can cause adverse reactions, but most of the time they are mild, temporary, and subside over time. Headache, nasal congestion, muscle aches, and facial flushing are the most common, affecting a small percentage of patients. Grave reactions, such as visual disturbances, sudden hearing loss, or chest pain, are extremely rare and necessitate immediate medical attention. To ensure the safety and efficacy of treatment, medical supervision is crucial. The healthcare professional will assess your medical history, conduct examinations, and determine the optimal dosage, monitoring your response to the medication and making adjustments as needed. Never self-medicate, as improper use can pose serious risks and jeopardize your health. Lastly, it is important to emphasize that the use of TADALAFIL should be part of an integrated approach to caring for both your body and mind. Managing stress, maintaining a balanced diet, engaging in regular exercise, and abstaining from excessive alcohol and tobacco consumption are habits that enhance the medication's positive effects and contribute to a long and healthy life. We have reached the final segment of this conversation, which I hope has been both illuminating and inspiring for you as you embark on your journey towards integrated and conscious health care. Now, I want to share some real-life stories, demonstrating that you are not alone on this path and offer practical tips for your daily life. Furthermore, I extend a special invitation to cultivate this community as a space for support and exchange. One of the most common accounts I receive in my practice comes from men who, for years, coexisted with urinary symptoms and sexual difficulties without seeking help, often due to shame, fear, or even the belief that it was a matter of age and had to be accepted. When these men begin using TADALAFIL under medical supervision, what they perceive is not only physical improvement, but also a restoration of self-esteem and a sense of control over their own bodies. One man, for instance, reported that he stopped waking up 4 times a night to urinate and that this improvement not only enhanced his sleep, but also his energy levels and mood throughout the day. Another patient shared that the regained confidence from firmer erections had brought back the joy of sharing intimate moments with his partner, strengthening their bond and fostering more open and honest communication. These accounts illustrate that men's health is not merely a physical concern, but directly influences the quality of emotional connections, overall well-being, and the feeling of living a fulfilling life. To maximize the effects of TADALAFIL and ensure your body responds well to treatment, consider these simple yet potent tips. Maintain a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and foods that promote vascular health. Abstain from excessive alcohol consumption and smoking, which impairs circulation and erectile function. Engage in regular physical exercise, even if it's just light daily walks. Prioritize quality sleep and manage stress effectively, exploring relaxation techniques like meditation or activities that bring you joy. And remember, open communication with your doctor about your concerns, fears, and experiences is crucial for tailoring treatment and caring for your health holistically. You deserve to live a life of quality, autonomy, and joy at every stage. Now, I'd like to extend a very special invitation to you who have reached this point. Leave a comment below sharing your experiences, questions, or even suggestions for topics you'd like to see covered on this channel. Your input is crucial in shaping a space where mature men can exchange information, support one another, and find a sense of belonging in their journeys. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new content we meticulously craft and dedicate to you every week. Share this video with your friends, family, and associates who could benefit from this information. The more people who are conscious and conscientious about their health, the stronger our community becomes. Finally, I want to express my sincere gratitude for your company thus far and wish you a life filled with abundance of health, unwavering confidence, and genuine joy. Until next time, warmest regards.